You know, our relationship with God is supposed to be guarded. The reason why we lock our doors at night is because we have valuables in our house and we're guarding our house. If you have a safe, you guard your safe with a code. You guard your heart, the Bible says, because your heart is valuable. You don't just share your heart all around the world, especially with sketchy people that won't know how to handle you. You know, the value of your heart. Likewise, when it comes down to your relationship with God, we're supposed to value our relationship with the Lord, esteem it, and put it on high to such a place to where we're paying more attention to Him than we are to the world. We're paying more value to Him than we are to even the people all around us that are closest to us. He's supposed to have a spot in our life, in our heart, in our soul, to where it's untouchable by other people. It's so sacred that it just belongs to you and the Lord. That means that the world can fall away and you still hold value in what you have with the Lord. It's treasure. And this is important because if you don't guard it, it will be stolen from you. The Bible talks about the devil coming and stealing the seed. The seed, it all starts with a preaching like this. It all starts with a teaching of the value of Jesus Christ. Now, if you have a relationship with the Lord, you know what He brings to the table. One of the principal things that I value the most in my relationship with the Lord is peace. He is the Prince of Peace. I have peace, but I value it so much because I know what it's like not to have peace. Those people that know what it's like to do without appreciate what they have now when they have. It could be food, it could be peace, it could be shelter, security. When you don't have, and then you do have, you appreciate it all the more. I know what it's like to live with an infestation of drama all around you for a long period of time, to the point where you have no peace and no rest. Always problems all around you at all times. So when I was able to slow down, Jesus found me, I found Jesus, knocked on His door, He answered. And when I was saved, raptured, seated in heavenly places, given an opportunity and a chance to now steward this life, this Christian life, towards the gear is towards Him, direct my path by having my focus on You, Lord. Then as I travel, I guard what I have with Him, because there's so many crows that are trying to come and snatch, There's so many things that are trying to get your attention, like, hey, follow me, hey, come this way, hey, come that way. So what God, I've seen Him do with some of us, He's done it with me. He will have you to be secluded by yourself, an outcast, if you will, a black sheep. People don't necessarily like you. People don't necessarily want to hang out with you. People tolerate you. They don't celebrate you. And for a long time, that can hurt until you get the revelation that you're different. You're set apart. You're called to bigger and better things. And as a result of being called to bigger and better things, meaning secluded unto the Lord, consecrated to the Lord, because your purpose and your destiny and the plan that He has for your life is one that He's going to utilize you for a specific purpose. And that purpose is something that you have to seek the Lord about. But I believe that everybody's given this choice. I had the choice. I had many options to ruin my faith walk with God. I think we all do. Every day of our life, we have options. And it always comes back to Joshua, when he says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That to me is a statement that we choose Him over the elements that can come knocking on our door. Drugs and alcohol, sex and fornication, women, or just things of this world. I'm human in the end of the day. But basically, it's a decision that you make within your own heart. And the heart decision is based on, for me, it was surveillance of this world. I surveilled this world. I went all around. I did everything that there was to do. So I don't have curiosity in my heart. There's nothing in my heart that says there's some value over there or value over here. To me, there is no curiosity. I know what everything tastes like. So I know that I found the treasure. It's a little easier for somebody like me. But for somebody that hasn't tasted, the world to its fullest potential, they haven't yet come to the conclusion that there's nothing there. They're still curious. And so they'll venture off and do this or do that, sinful stuff, only to hit that dead end that I hit a long time ago, and then come to the conclusion like, okay, I get it now. There's nothing here. And return back to the Lord and say, okay, God, every time I'm with you, the thing with the Lord, He gives you what you need and not necessarily what you want. So like He gave the Israelites manna, but they wanted other things. Like maybe they wanted Kool-Aid. They didn't want water. Maybe they wanted, meat. They didn't want bread. And we are like that. Our flesh is like that with the Lord. We want Him to move on so many different areas of our life. Oh, God, do this. Oh, God, do that. And we're so focused on that we're not submitted. We're not submitted. And submission is a big component here. Submission and dead to self. It's like that thing that He told me a long time ago. It's not about you. It really resonated with me. So you have to learn how to die to what you think you want, so that He can do His will. And then the Bible says, if you rejoice in the things of God, you will eventually reap the desires of your heart. So those things will eventually come. But He will never be a bad steward. God will never be a bad manager and give you something that you're not ready for. I'll make a part 2.